But the only chance I'm going to have is by bringing him down. But I bring him down, what happens to me? I go to jail.
Yeah.
I go to jail and I'm called a child beater. The next thing I'm on some register.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody knows my story, but as soon as they see your name on the register, well, that's it, innit?
Yeah.
He's a child molester. He must have been troubling some children. Something like that. Not the fact that I'm trying to help these kids. Help them every day. I know where I live. I see the kids every day. I just have to look out my window and see them down there. Smoking weed, doing nothing, arguing amongst themselves. Yeah, I know what they're smoking. They're smoking that skunk stuff. Skunk. Skunk. And we know what the skunk does. I ain't gonna powder coat it or anything. The skunk messes up their mind. It messes up their minds. It sends them more violent. Yeah. And then what comes down to it? It came down, I'm down Clapham Junction, and there's boys that I know, and I'm telling them, get out of here, and they're telling me to fuck off. Because they want those trainers, because they ain't been able to buy those trainers because the government gives them £30 or something, and now they want to cut it, right? They take away their clubs, the clubs that I used to help the kids. We used to do a bit of boxing just to burn up some energy. They take away the clubs, and I get some asshole telling me to shut up. How can you tell me to shut up somebody who lives in it?
Yeah. They can't afford the university.
Right? Please, let's not even go there.
Yeah.
9 grand, but they say there are ways. There are ways of getting this 9 grand. Well, the way is go through their system, get caught up in their system, and basically that way they can pin you down any way they want. You're in debt. You're in debt before you've even left education.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm in debt from ones of council. Why? Because then they say that they gave me too much benefit.
Oh, yeah.
They gave me too much benefit, but now I have to pay all back out of the little money that I'm supposed to be getting every week. That's just an example. It wasn't actually me, it was a friend, but still, I don't want to mention friends, right? And that's the way that's what we're living in now. So no police can tell me nothing. I find it hard to have respect for people who don't have respect for me.
Right. Yes.
You don't tell me to shut up. You allow me to speak. I got all the respect for you.
Where were they last
right?
night?
Yeah. They rushed up. Did you see how many of them rushed up here when Boris was there?
Yeah.
But a guy being kicked to death on the corner was left there on his own devices. Yeah. I saw the lady that ran out of her apartment over there, over the party shop. Yeah. I go and get my fancy dress from that shop. I like that shop. Right? But the point being is, the lady had to run out of her home. I don't condone that. I damn anybody that wants to turn around and say, I'm condoning the violence that happened. Bullshit. I ain't condoning that. I don't say it's right to burn down your own area where you live. But what I am saying is they're crying out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said to him.
They're crying out.
He tried to
and if you turn around and you write to your MP, they're on holiday, or your letter gets missing, because I've written to my MP half a dozen times, and I can guarantee you when I phone their office, oh, the letter must have got mislaid. We didn't seem to have that letter.
Yeah, exactly the same.
So who do I turn to? I can't turn to the police for help, because they're not going to help me. They look at me, I ain't helping him. So who do I turn to? Who do the children turn to? I don't have the money to start up. I wanted to start up a youth club. They didn't want to give me the money. They didn't want to give me the money to start up the youth club. Because as far as they're concerned, it's a waste of time, innit? It's all a waste of time. Let's stop hiding our head. Let's stop burying our head in the sand and look at the reality and where you friggin' live. And if you ain't lived in it, don't come to me. Don't say nothing to me. I've had black people come up to me and say to me, well, I made it. Well, la-di-da. Good for you. I ain't got nothing against a black person making it. But how many of us?
Anybody.
How many of us? I'm a Liverpool supporter through and through, right? And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I mentioned that. Because in all the Premiership teams, look at their management. White. To get a black man in management there, they tried John Barnes. They tried to bring John Barnes in it. He was out before you knew, because he wouldn't conform. All right? So don't be telling me that we get the opportunities. Doors get shut in our face, but they get shut in our face with a smile, with a handshake. I went for an interview 2 years ago in a hotel to do personal training. You know what the woman said to me? Are you prepared to cut your hair?
What?
This is locks. I I have a belief in me, but you want me to cut my hair so I can work in a hotel. I went to the job center and I complained. I said, I think that's discrimination. What happened? Nothing.
Yeah.
And the reason nothing happened because one, the job center didn't want to lose the opportunity of being able to send somebody else down there.
Yeah.
And to look good for themselves, to drop the fact that how many people are out of work. Don't be fooled by these stupid numbers you see on the TV. Those numbers that they see on the TV are for your benefit only, just to try and pacify people. But when it comes down to it and you look how many people out of work, every third person out of work in England. This is England, the mighty, powerful Britannia. We're so proud, Britannia rules the waves. Huh? But they're not leading the way. They're not leading the way on fixing what's happening here. Instead, they're too busy out wanting to bomb other people's countries, do this and do that. If they had the army just protecting London, they wouldn't need to go out there and fight.
Yeah.
They wouldn't need to go out there and fight. If they would find a solution to the fact that we need to conquer this energy crisis and stop relying on raping out people's land, then we wouldn't have this issue. But they don't want to spend their money on doing that. They want to spend their money. Let me tell you now, Cameron wants to grab as much as he can while he's in power. Because I don't believe he's going to be in power the next election. So he's going to grab as much as he can right now